What you're about to see isn't just rare photos. Each shot has a mind-blowing story that few people know about. Take this photo, for example.
A young Carrie Fisher is seen intently watching her mother, Debbie Reynolds, perform on stage at the Riviera Hotel in Las Vegas around 1963. From the wings, Fisher gets an early glimpse into the world of entertainment that both her parents inhabited. This quiet moment predates Fisher's own rise to stardom years later. A woman stands beside a large stack of magnetic tapes or punched cards, illustrating the physical scale of storing approximately 5 megabytes of data in 1966. Early computer data storage was bulky and required significant physical space compared to modern technology. This image dramatically highlights the evolution of data storage capacity and miniaturization. Then Vice President Richard Nixon and his wife Pat are shown attending Ghana's Independence Day celebrations in March 1957. During his time in the Eisenhower administration, Nixon was involved in civil rights issues and supported desegregation efforts. His record on civil rights was a notable aspect of his political profile during that period. Photographed by the renowned artist Brassai, a young couple walks hand in hand through New York City at night in 1957. The glowing neon sign of Honeymoon Lane Danceland illuminates the scene, capturing the vibrant nightlife of the era. Brassai was famous for his evocative images of city life after dark. Workers and officials are gathered near the newly erected Hollywoodland sign, which was officially dedicated on July 13, 1923. Initially conceived as a temporary advertisement for a new housing development, the sign became an enduring symbol. The land portion was later removed in 1949, resulting in the iconic Hollywood sign, recognized today. Pioneering aviator Amelia Earhart is shown preparing for a deep-sea dive off Block Island, Rhode Island in 1929. While best known for her accomplishments in aviation, Earhart possessed an adventurous spirit that extended to other pursuits. This photograph captures a lesser-known aspect of her varied interests. A group of early flight attendants, often called stewardesses, from United Airlines are shown here, likely in the 1930s. These pioneering women were typically registered nurses, and their role was crucial in making air travel more acceptable and comfortable for the public. Their presence helped establish the profession of flight attendant. A French civilian woman offers a cup of tea to a British soldier amidst the backdrop of fighting in Normandy, following the Allied D-Day landings in 1944. This poignant image captures a moment of human kindness and respite during the intense Battle of Normandy. Such interactions between soldiers and liberated populations were a common feature of the campaign. Physicist Harold Agnew, a scientist on the Manhattan Project, is seen holding the plutonium core of the Fat Man atomic bomb destined for Nagasaki in 1945. Agnew was part of the scientific team on the mission that dropped the bomb. The image is a stark reminder of the individuals involved in these world-altering events. The musical group, the Jackson 5, are pictured on a beach in Santa Monica, California, during a photo shoot around 1970, likely promoting their hit song, ABC. This period marked their rapid ascent to superstardom, with a string of chart-topping singles. The youthful energy and distinctive style of the brothers captivated audiences worldwide. Marilyn Monroe performs for a massive crowd of soldiers, including Turkish troops serving with UN forces. During her famous tour of Korea in February 1954, she undertook this tour to entertain American and Allied military personnel stationed there shortly after the Korean War armistice. Her appearances were a huge morale booster for the troops. This photograph shows an elderly man, identified in some sources as Bill Lundy, posing next to a U.S. Air Force F-100 Super Sabre jet fighter. Lundy claimed to be one of the last surviving Confederate veterans of the American Civil War, though his claim is disputed by historians. The F-100 Super Sabre entered service in the mid-1950s, making the juxtaposition highly unusual. Hall of Fame pitcher Bob Feller of the Cleveland Indians is captured here in his classic wind-up motion. Known for his overpowering fastball, Rapid Robert was one of baseball's dominant pitchers from the late 1930s through the early 1950s. He also notably served in the U.S. Navy during World War II, interrupting his baseball career. A young Tupac Shakur appears in this photograph from the 1980s in Brooklyn, holding a boombox. Such portable stereos were a significant cultural item for youth and in hip-hop culture during that decade. This image dates from a period before he achieved widespread fame. The massive Hughes H-4 Hercules, famously nicknamed the Spruce Goose, is shown on the water near San Pedro, California on November 2, 1947. This date marked its first and only flight, piloted by Howard Howard Hughes himself. Despite its brief flight, the H-4 Hercules remains the largest flying boat ever constructed. This late 19th or early 20th century photograph shows a group of women whose expressions may reflect the demanding lives on the American frontier. Pioneer women in that era faced considerable hardships, including harsh living conditions and limited medical access. Their resilience and contributions were fundamental to the settlement and development of new territories. Actress Jane Seymour is pictured here in a photograph from the 1970s, a period when she was gaining international recognition. Early in that decade, she notably played solitaire in the James Bond film Live and Let Die. This yearbook-style photograph shows a young George Clooney, likely from the mid to late 1970s during his school years. Long before becoming a globally recognized actor and filmmaker, Clooney grew up in Kentucky. Such early images offer a glimpse of celebrities before their rise to fame. Entertainers, including a sequined singer and acrobatic dancers, perform for a large audience of Allied troops, likely in Normandy, France, during World War II. USO shows and similar entertainment troops played a vital role in boosting the morale of soldiers stationed far from home. These performances provided a welcome distraction from the realities of war. A woman is captured ironing clothes with a non-electric flat iron, likely in a commercial laundry or a well-equipped home laundry room in the 1930s in the US. Before electric irons became commonplace, these heavy irons were heated on stoves or fires. The image reflects common domestic or professional labor of that era. A young Arnold Schwarzenegger poses on a street in Melbourne, Australia, around 1974, showcasing his impressive physique. During this period, Schwarzenegger was dominating the professional bodybuilding world, winning multiple Mr. Olympia titles. His appearances and physique garnered significant public attention worldwide. Actress Susan Dey is pictured in a photograph circa 1970, around the time she gained fame for her role as Laurie Partridge in the popular television series The Partridge Family. The show, which aired from 1970 to 1974, made Day a prominent teen idol of the early 1970s. Her look was emulated by many young fans. This colorized image shows actor Paul Newman, likely around 1963, capturing his renowned classic Hollywood good looks. By this time, Newman was a well-established star, known for acclaimed performances in films like The Hustler and HUD. He remained a major box office draw and respected actor for decades. The photograph depicts a disheveled room within the Führer bunker in Berlin, shortly after its capture by Allied forces in April-May 1945. This underground complex was the final headquarters for Adolf Hitler during the Battle of Berlin. The scene reflects the chaotic final days of the Nazi regime. 3 female motorcycle officers from Los Angeles are pictured in 1927 with a sign warning motorists: "Go slow and see our town, go fast and see our jail." Early female law enforcement officers often faced unique challenges and public scrutiny. This image showcases a creative approach to traffic safety promotion from that era. A snow-covered street in New York City's Chinatown is depicted, likely following a major snowstorm around 1983. A front-end loader works to clear the deep snow, while pedestrians navigate the wintry conditions. Such heavy snowfalls can significantly impact daily life in large urban centers. Archaeologist Howard Carter and his team are shown carefully examining nested golden shrines within the newly opened tomb of Tutankhamun in Luxor, Egypt, around November 1922. The discovery of the largely intact tomb by Carter, financed by Lord Carnarvon, was a momentous archaeological event. It provided unprecedented insight into ancient Egyptian royal burial practices. Walt Disney himself stands observing the construction of Sleeping Beauty Castle at Disneyland in Anaheim, California during 1954. The park was a revolutionary concept in amusement parks and required immense vision and planning. Disneyland officially opened to the public in July 1955. Actors Virginia Mayo, Ronald Reagan, Eddie Bracken, and Donna Drake posed for a publicity still for the 1949 film The Girl from Jones Beach. Reagan, long before his political career, was a working Hollywood actor. Movie promotional photographs like this were standard industry practice to generate audience interest. U.S. paratroopers, some sporting mohawk haircuts for psychological effect, receive a briefing, likely in France during 1945, this hairstyle was adopted by some airborne troops as a form of intimidation and unit identity. Such briefings were crucial in preparing soldiers for complex and dangerous combat operations like river crossings. Inside an East German disco club in 1975, young attendees are seen socializing and dancing. Despite political divisions, Western disco trends permeated youth culture in various Eastern Bloc countries. These clubs provided an outlet for contemporary music and social interaction. A heartwarming scene unfolds as a returning soldier is joyfully greeted by his young daughter, presumably after the end of World War II around 1945. Millions of servicemen made similar emotional homecomings following the long conflict. Such reunions were profoundly meaningful moments for families separated by the war. The vibrant neon lights of Broadway near West 44th Street illuminate a New York City night scene in November 1976. Pedestrians and traffic move through the iconic theater district, showcasing the area's bustling atmosphere. Storefronts like Bonds and Woolworths were familiar landmarks during that period. A long line of miners and prospectors makes the arduous ascent of the Chilkoot Pass in September 1898 during the Klondike Gold Rush. This treacherous mountain pass was a key route to the gold fields of the Yukon. The image illustrates the immense determination and hardship faced by those seeking fortune. Actor Sean Connery is seen enjoying a meal of spaghetti, reportedly during a break, while preparing for his role as James Bond in Diamonds Are Forever. A young Prince Charles is pictured between his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth the Queen Mother, left, and his aunt, Princess Margaret, right, during the coronation of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, in 1953. This historic ceremony marked the formal investiture of the new monarch. Charles himself was just 4 years old at the time of this significant royal event. An assembly line at the Porsche factory in Germany during the 1970s shows several classic Porsche 911 models in various stages of completion. The Porsche 911, first introduced in the 1960s, had already become an iconic sports car by this period. This image offers a glimpse into the meticulous manufacturing process of these high-performance vehicles. This photograph shows a young Theodore Roosevelt during his time at Harvard University, likely in the late 1870s. At this stage of his life, he faced health challenges, including asthma, and appeared markedly different from the robust, bull moose image he later cultivated. His early years were formative in developing his renowned determination. Film icons Sean Connery and Brigitte Bardot are captured together in this 1968 photograph. Both actors were at the height of their international fame during this period, representing major figures in European and American cinema. This image likely dates from the filming of their Western movie, Shalako. A couple examines a vending machine that dispenses fishing worms, a novelty from around 1957. The sign advertises 24-hour service on worms. Use our vending machine at night. Such machines catered to anglers needing bait outside regular store hours, showcasing mid-century American ingenuity and convenience. Inside a Tokyo police headquarters in 1980, an officer points to a large electronic map of the city, with a bank of television monitors below, likely displaying live feeds from key intersections. This setup demonstrates Japan's early adoption of advanced technology for urban traffic management. A young Carrie Fisher is seen intently watching her mother